Welcome back to another episode. Juan here from Missing Gears. Today's a different episode. I want to talk to you guys about something different. As you guys know, the news have come to show all Subaru enthusiasts that the Subaru WRX STI is extinct. What? So that being said, it's really sad that we have come to the point where we are not going to have the WRX STI. The news came from Subaru saying that they're not going to release any more STI for the 2022 WRX version because they want to start with a clean slate on a possible electric STI version, I guess, and they did not. They pretty much just said like, yeah, we're not gonna make it anymore, and then didn't say that by when or by what time frame and stuff. So I know that it may be a little difficult to understand, but for hardcore Subaru enthusiasts like me, it's very sad. We're no longer gonna have a platform to play around with if they decide to just kill it like they did to the Evo. Another thing is that Subaru is also owned 20% by Toyota. Let me rephrase that. Toyota owns 20% of Subaru. So the question arises, was this intended? What if this car was made by Toyota and wanted the direct competitor to be out by not having an STI anymore? A lot of people would say, oh no, that's crazy, but theories exist. I don't know. Leave a comment on the box below if you don't think that's true. If you think it's true, then just don't make me feel like I'm the only one feeling this way, right? But for somebody like me that have a dream my whole entire life to own a WRX STI, I don't think it's gonna slide with me like really fast. Like, I know that the car is probably going to be a direct competitor, that like the specs show really good results. Like, it's designed to be a track car, and it's going to have about 300 horsepower, which is considerably close to what the STI was. Not to mention that a lot of people wanted to get a hatchback and Subaru did not want to create another one, or maybe they just didn't. But at the same time, it's a smaller engine, 1.6 liter turbo. And it's also in manual, which in today's age, there's not many manual cars in the market anymore. So that's one really good thing that this guy's going on, and not to mention that it's all-wheel drive. So a lot of close proximities on that. In terms of information, there's not enough information out there still to define whether this car is going to be a hit or not. But social media has already showed that a lot of attention is being drawn into this car. Even GRIMMSPEED went out and said, like on April Fools, that Subaru announced that was gonna be their car, but in reality, it's just a prank. Going back to the topic, I personally don't think I would ever give up my STI for this car. Let me rephrase it. If I was to choose between these two cars, I would choose my Subaru STI because it just has been a dream for my whole life. I don't think I would replace it with anything. The history, the rally, the way that it came about, the characteristics, the sleek design and all-wheel drive all matter that beats the snow every time. I don't think anything is going to change that. A lot of people, friends of mine and social media followers, have reached out to me like, oh, what do you think about this? That's the reason why I'm making this video, but I don't particularly feel like, oh yeah, the new car came out, I want to go into that platform, right? It's kind of the same thing that when the new Supra came out, but again, the Supra had history, Supra existed, Supra was iconic, Supra had the sleek curves going on for it, right? And when it came out, again, it was I mean, I think it's good because people that wanted a Supra their whole life saw that it was being made again, and they said, I'll jump on it, right? I don't blame them. I mean, if it was my dream car, I would jump on it. But in terms of the STI, because they're not making it and they're transitioning to this one, I wouldn't switch. I would not just say like, yeah, you know, I screw the STI, I'm just gonna go to this one now. So yeah, but let's go over the specs. The STI was making, it's an engine, obviously flat 4 engine that has 305 horsepower with 290 to the crank. Excuse me, 290 pounds of torque to the actual crank, not to the wheels. This car was all-wheel drive, has always been all-wheel drive, and has, let's just stick to this information. This STI has that amount of horsepower, and according to the very little information that is out there, obviously it's a manual as well, the STI, but it's gonna be matched by this. But the difference is that this is going to be a 1.6 liter cylinder turbocharged engine. I think I heard somewhere, I didn't do enough research about this, but I heard somewhere that the car is going to be a 3-cylinder car. Not 100% sure about that, don't quote me on that, but if that's the case, I don't know much about mechanics, but that's got to be innovative. 3-cylinder pushing that much power. I mean, only time will tell if any issues come up from it. But for the time being, I mean, a lot of people are making a lot of fuss. The videos, and they like the gray color and the red color, but I personally don't really like hatch cars. I just don't. I mean, I want to use my trunk space. That's a perspective that I have. But I mean, the cars really sounds really good. So listen to it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that sound was really good, and I think it's promising, right? Nevertheless, this car, I'm curious to see, I'm curious to test drive it, or even be on it if somebody ever buys it. I would definitely ride along and see what the whole hype is about. But for the time being, I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to give my 2 cents about it. I personally, bottom line of this video is, I personally love the series of WRX STIs. I've been following since I was a child. I always saw them, the sound, the feeling. And when I first got my car, I just couldn't stop smiling. That feeling of history plus pleasure with power, all-wheel drive, just cannot be replaceable. Excuse me, cannot be replaced. But yeah, but I just can't picture myself being in another car just because the STI stopped being made. That car is gonna go in history with me. I still have it, and I don't think I'm planning on getting rid of it. But I just can't make an excuse to try to jump onto another platform just because they stopped making it. But then everybody's entitled to their opinion. So if you have any comments about this, just don't forget to leave a comment underneath. I'd love to have discussions about it because that's my perspective, my opinion. Obviously, everybody's entitled to their own. And I don't know, maybe you guys know something I don't know. But if you do, please leave a comment. I want to know. I want to do more research. The little research I did was everything I'm talking to you guys about. But yeah, so just if you made it up to this point, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.